Happy Saturday afternoon from Sparky Anderson Field. Is Jordan Brenner and Zach Engberg on the Canal Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. A matchup between two teams not in first or second in the CCL, but two teams battling it out for a playoff spot. Right now, the Arroyo Seco Saints in much better position than the Oaks at 11-11 in the CCL with a 12-11 overall record, though the Saints have struggled recently, dropping 3 in a row, most recently 3-2 to the Blues yesterday. The Oaks also losers of 3 in a row. Yesterday, they suffered their most embarrassing loss of the season, 10-0 to the Ventura County Pirates. We got it.
Still a little shaken up after yesterday, huh, Jordan?
Exactly. I was going to say, how do the Oaks shake things up today?
I think, and we talked about this, the issue yesterday is, I think sometimes when you have a day off like July 4th, and then you have a game where it doesn't mean as much in the standings. Now, these guys are competitors. They want to compete, but when you have a game against the Ventura County Pirates, that's not going to count toward your standings. You have a weekend where you have a big game against the Saints, who are 3.5 games ahead of you, and then tomorrow, a doubleheader. You might take the day off a little bit. So today they got to come out. They got to be ready to compete. They got to be ready to hit, and they have to come out hot. They've been slow to start, giving up big leads early in games, so they have to come out, pitch well, get the lead early.
Jacob Flores gets it on for the Oaks. He's 11th in the CCL with his 1.65 ERA in 3 starts, and in 16 and the third innings, he struck out 19 batters and walked 5. From San Diego State, he's been just lights out, and here's Nolan Tressler. And he takes a fastball at 88 for strike number 1. Jacob Flores, one of the Oaks selected to the prospect game. That'll be in Compton, California next week, and the 0-1 home is a breaking ball blown away. 1-1 to Tressler, the right fielder. Nolan Tressler is hitting .304 on the season with 13 singles, 3 doubles, and a triple, and he takes inside on a fastball, 2 balls and a strike. Oaks wearing their navy blue uniforms with white letters across the chest, white pants, and their curly CO hat. 2-1, a bit inside on 89, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Will Pickett's playing in left field today. Justin Ammons back in center as usual, and Raul Sandoval, the right fielder. Ryan Yamashiro at first base, and Ramon Gomez at second. 3-1. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Tressler didn't like it, and the count's full. Gabe Baldovino starting at shortstop for the Oaks, with Tyler Odekirk at third. Jacob Castro, after getting the day off yesterday, returns as the catcher behind the plate. Little chopper behind the hill. Baldovino across the diamond, sidearm fire for the first out of the inning. 1 away on a nice, sweet, smooth play by the Oaks shortstop.
The left fielder, number 8, Evan Russell.
Ranging to his left. That's a really nice play, and we'll see later. This will be a good day for Gabe Baldovino. He's actually leading off in the order, so that's nice to see him make a good play defensively heading into bottom of the inning.
Number 8, Evan Russell, the left fielder, is hitting now. He'll be followed by Drew Calley, the shortstop, and Thomas Lovato, the dangerous power threat out of the 4-hole. 88 is low on a heater. Peter Kay at first base, batting 5th. Jason Gonzalez, the third baseman, at 6th. And Jacob Wyeth, the catcher, 7th. 1 home. Outside and low, 2-0. Nicholas Pagan, DHing, hitting 8th, and Christian Scott rounds out the order, hitting 9th, and playing center field. We got some pretty similar uniforms today, Zach. We got the navy blues for the Arroyo Seco Saints as well. 2-0 pitch. Strike 1. 87, tailing outside and catches the corner.
We have a really animated ump today. I'm actually really excited to see what his strikeout call. I'm waiting for it. I'm gearing up for it.
Saints are also wearing their road gray pants. The 2-1 pitch. Bunt is nabbed back to the screen, and the count's evened up at 2. Another great day for baseball, and Zach, we talked about it a lot on yesterday's broadcast, just the significance of what today and tomorrow are going to be for the Oaks. More on that after this 2-2 pitch. Flores peers in, toes the rubber, and fires. Right back to him on a grounder. Russell not even going to bother to drop the bat as the 1-3 ground out is completed for the second out of the frame.
You know, I really like those first two at-bats for Jacob Flores. 2 ground balls up the middle, easy plays, well, not easy plays defensively, but plays that they can make defensively after the way that opponents have hit early in games. This is a really, really good sign.
Oaks are 3.5 back of the Arroyo Seco Saints. The Saints currently in position to make the postseason if the season ended today. Breaking ball low, 1-0 to Drew Calley, the shortstop. Oaks 8.5 back of the Foresters, but only 3.5 back of the Saints. They'd be 2.5 back if they won today's game. And the 1-0, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. San Luis Obispo, after going through a little bit of a lull last week, has heated up and won 4 in a row. The Barons continue to plummet towards the bottom of the standings. And the 1-1 pitch is inside. They have lost 7 straight games, then defeated the Oaks earlier this week, and then they lost again yesterday. So it's 2-1 to Drew Calley, the shortstop. And he takes, there's a little slider, maybe some cut action on that 85-mile-an-hour pitch, 2-2, as it catches the edge. Calley is hitting .309 with 14 singles and a double. He's also knocked 2 out of the park. And the 2-2 pitch. Castro has that one slip out of his fingers, and the count's full as that fastball went way outside. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Yesterday, the Oaks got through a scoreless first, but it wasn't easy. They gave up 2 hits. And the payoff pitch, high chopper to second, and it gets through the infield. No chance for Gomez, the second baseman, to get there on a 2-out base knock for Calley, and it moves the line over to Thomas Lovano, who's always dangerous. Want to know how dangerous? Well, this slugger's hitting .353 with 16 singles, 5 doubles, and 3 home runs. Those 3 homers are tied for second in the CCL with Connor Aoki, Justin Binks, and Cam Blake. Only Andy Garriola, his teammate, who's not in the lineup today, has more. He has 4. And the first pitch to the right, he gets away from Castro. Calley takes second, and now a runner in scoring position for Jacob Flores, and a high-leverage spot here early in this ball game. That'll be a pass ball, hit the glove of Castro. It looks like Castro and Flores aren't quite on the same page right now. Flores has been a tad erratic with the fastball here in the first. Modest lead off second for Calley. And the southpaw checks second, gears back and fires. Ripped left side down the line, but foul. And it's 1-1. Tomorrow, big day for the Oaks. Orange County Riptide. A doubleheader. First game at 1, next game at 4 p.m. I don't think it's ridiculous to think if the Oaks sweep this weekend series that they'd be right around a game, maybe a game and a half, 2 games out of the postseason picture.
The CCL is so tight right now. Obviously, the Saints, who were really hot, still only 3.5 games ahead. You have a good weekend going into the prospect game, get a couple days break. You go on a little bit of a streak, you can get a little momentum, and you can also, as you mentioned, close the gap. And Flores is the kind of guy you want on the hill to start that weekend, Jordan.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second is Calley, who singled to center with 2 outs. And Flores steps off. Be interesting how the Oaks respond from yesterday. They've been a team that has faced plenty of adversity. 1-1 is grounded foul left side. Past the third base coach and into the Oaks dugout where Carson Carter and Zach Kamenko fight over it. It's 1-2. They've faced plenty of adversity, but yesterday's game was, at least in my mind, one of the bigger wake-up calls of the season. 10-0 to a non-CCL team. That's a bad look. 1-2 home, breaking ball, chopped left side, and foul, where Odekirk fields it near the box, and it's still 1-2. But the pregame environment today was still relatively loose.
I think even before that, the loss to the Barons, giving up 7 runs in the
Also
first
tough.
to a team that was in a skid, I think that was a wake-up call as well, or should be.
1-2 pitch. Slider fouled back. A nice pitch. And getting a piece of it is Lovano. What a marquee matchup here between Flores, who truly in his last few outings has been one of the premier pitchers in the CCL, and Lovano. Lovano goes to Creighton University. And that pitch is high and away, 2-2. Actually, not quite sure if this is the same Tom Lovano. There's a Tom Lovano at Creighton. We'll have that as next at-bat for sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner on second with 2 gone. The kick and the pitch is fouled back. Looks like Tom Lovano from the University of San Diego. 6'1", 198 out of Santa Clarita. 2-2 home. At the knees, called strike 3 with an 87-mile-an-hour heater. And Jacob Flores is through a scoreless first. He continues his streak of dominance. We'll get more on that his next time out to the mound, but in that inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, a runner stranded in scoring position. The Oaks will have Baldovino, Yamashiro, Ammons when they come up to bat in the bottom of the first against Eli Riekman on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Back here, bottom of the first inning, and Gabe Baldovino leads off against the left-handed pitcher, Eli Riekman. Like this lineup move, Zach, to put Baldovino in the number 1 spot. What do you think as the first pitch is taken for a strike at 86?
I think it's definitely tactical, righty against lefty. I'm not sure if it would do the same thing if he was facing a righty, but you want to have your guy who's been your best hitter or one of your best hitters.
Next ball, line to the left field. A clean single for Baldovino on that 78-mile-an-hour pitch. And a good start to today's ball game as he takes a big round at first. Boy, is he having a clean ball game so far.
Well, you see right there, you want a guy who has been swinging well. He's been one of their most consistent players all season and who could do damage on the base paths. Justin Ammons is a dangerous guy on the base paths, but Gabe Baldovino has had more success stealing bases, and you want a guy who's going to set the table. And I like Justin Ammons still in the 3rd spot getting RBI chances, being a difference maker.
The lefty Eli Riekman's been pretty good this season. Hasn't been elite as the first pitch to Yamashiro is skied foul. Riekman has gone 14 innings this summer and has given up 5 earned runs. That's good for a 3.21 ERA with 19 strikeouts to 9 walks. And that pitch is line foul right side over to the bullpen, 0-2 to Yamashiro. Last time Riekman pitched was against the Slow Blues on the 28th of June. Went 5 innings and gave up 4 earned runs in that one. Before that start, he had only given up 1 earned run in 9 innings of work. And the 0-2 is high to Yamashiro. It's 1-2. Ryan Yamashiro has been superb this season, .328 average with 14 singles and 3 doubles as well as 2 homers. One against the Saints and the 1-2. Jam shot fly ball, left field. Russell over to the gap. Under it makes the catch for the first out. And there's 1 gone. Baldovino should be mentioned on first, leads the Oaks in stolen bags this summer with 8, and he hasn't been caught yet. Justin Ammons up. He's cooled off a bit recently, though he's still hitting .281 with 10 singles and 5 doubles, 7 RBIs, and he's walked 10 times, which is tied for third on the ball club behind Baldovino and Daniel Krasnick. And it should be mentioned, Ammons came to this team a bit late from Tennessee. Shows bunt, he can't get it down. Did he offer? No, he didn't. He pulled back in time, and it's 1-0. One ball, no strikes with an out. Baldovino on first, and the pitch is high on 87, 2-0.
You know, I got to say, I really like what Coach Lees did with the lineup today. You talk about you want your first 3 guys to get on base. Baldovino, Yamashiro, Ammons, first, second, and third on this team in on-base percentage, and then Baldovino being able to steal base. I like it a lot.
2-0, bunt shown again, and again it's low and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Eli Riekman, 6 foot, 180. He's actually a switch hitter. Redshirt sophomore out of Blinn College in Texas. 3 O's, called a strike. This is a Arroyo Seco team that has improved quite a bit since last year. The rotation is deeper. The lineup is more powerful. 3-1 to Ammons. Take in 85 on the corner. And the count's full. So full count with an out. Baldovino, this could be a pitch he runs on. And I suspect Ammons will likely swing away. The payoff pitch home. Swinging a drive out to center, medium deep. Ranging to his left is Scott, and he makes the catch for the second out. 2 straight flyouts, 1 to left field, 1 to center. And the wind not doing any favors for the Oaks, and there's 2 away.
Number 24, Jacob Castro.
Jacob Castro with 2 gone and a runner on. Got the day off yesterday. He's hitting .279 for the Oaks. 13 singles, 2 doubles. Before the off day, Castro reached base 3 different times, though he didn't get a hit. Reached twice on walks and once on a fielder's choice. Baldovino takes off for second. The throw to second is high. The tag applied, and it's not in time. And Gabe Baldovino is 9 for 9 stealing bags this season. Didn't get the best jump there, but it looks like he got an extra boost the final 30 or so feet to get in safely.
And he got aided by the really high throw from Jacob Wyeth. I think if that's a good throw, he may have been out.
So 0-1 to Castro and a runner in scoring position. He takes a rip and fouls it left side over to the desert, adjacent to Regal Softball Stadium and near the putting green. So no balls, 2 strikes to the UC Irvine catcher. Been a great addition to this lineup. Has almost lengthened the lineup with the addition of a gap power left-handed bat. Now the set in the 0-2. Oh, just a bit outside. Jacob Wyeth, you rarely see a catcher get up that fast and run towards the dugout, but he took 3 steps. See how that bodes well for his team's strike zone the rest of the day. Sometimes doing something like that can almost show up an umpire.
Well, I wonder if that when you don't give enough time to frame the pitch to let the ump get a good look at it, maybe that affected the call right there.
Could have. Riekman steps off. Evan Russell's in left field, Christian Scott in center, and Nolan Tressler's in right. Pete Durkay is at first, and Thomas Lovano at second. Drew Cowley at short, Jason Gonzalez at third. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed into the glove of the catcher, Jacob Wyeth. Eli Riekman strands a runner on second base. He gives up a leadoff single, and gets 2 flyouts and a swinging strikeout. No runs hit, no errors, and a runner left in scoring position. 0-0 through 1, and we're back for the second for Pete Durkay, Jason Gonzalez, and Jacob Wyeth when we come back on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Pete Durkay leads off the top of the second inning for Arroyo Seco. Saints team looking for a turnaround today after dropping 3 in a row. Yesterday was a brutal loss, 3-2 to the Blues. Jacob Flores still on the hill for the Conejo Oaks after giving up a hit and striking out a batter in the scoreless first. Pop up off the bat of Durkay in foul territory. Tyler Odekirk in the coach's box at third makes the catch for the first out of the frame. And next up is Jason Gonzalez. Jason Gonzalez digs in from the right side of the plate. And the first pitch to him is low and outside. Gonzalez has appeared in only one game this summer, and he takes a strike. It's 1-1. Hasn't gotten a hit. He's had 4 at-bats this summer. He's 0 for 4. He's also stranded 3 runners on base at the plate. Third baseman. Now the 1-1. Nice frame from Castro, and it's 1-2 on a sinking heater at 89. Saints were actually up 1-0 through 2 innings yesterday. In that game up in San Luis Obispo, 1-2 pitch with an out is ripped foul right side and out to the parking lot. The Blues squared the score at 1 in the 3rd inning, and then the Saints got on top once again in the 5th. They held that 2-1 lead through 7 innings, and the bullpen coughed it up in the 8th and 9th. 1-2 low and outside, 2-2. A run in the 8th, and then the Blues walked it off in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Arroyo Seco, they used a bunch of different arms in that effort yesterday, whereas the Blues only threw Derek True, who the Oaks have been awfully familiar with, and Kyle Richardson. 2-2 pitch just off the inside corner with a fastball. That would have been paint from Castro. Instead, the count's filled up. Yeah, the Saints used 6 different arms in that effort. And all pitched relatively well. Only 2 of the 3 runs they gave up were earned. Baldovino, and he coughs it up, has to recover, fires to first, not in time. And Gonzalez is safe on an error by Gabe Baldovino. That's a play he has to make, Zach. It just, he got low enough. It was in his glove, and it seemed when he was trying to transfer it over to his throwing hand, he forgot the ball in the process.
Well, he made 2 nice plays in the first inning, so you don't like seeing that. But he's made a lot of errors. He's had a lot of action at short this year. Hopefully he can recover.
So runner on first, the first error of the game for either team. And here's the righty catcher, Jacob Wyeth. Takes low on 82. 1 ball, no strikes. Jacob Wyeth has been an awfully impressive player when we've seen him. He's hitting .292 with 4 singles and 3 doubles. He's only appeared in 6 games. The 1-0. Check swing. No appeal, and that's going to be a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
I feel like half those games have been against the Oaks because I feel like I've seen him play several times already this year.
Well, lucky for us, we have a game log over here. The Oaks did see him back on the 29th, and he went 1 for 5. Now he skies one out to deep left field, but the wind catches it. Pickett's is underneath it, and he makes the catch for the second out of the frame. You're not going to get a ball out here in left field with the wind at Spark Anderson, but you're also not going to get it out at Jackie Robinson Field in Brookside. That left center gap out in Brookside is, that's about as deep as it gets in the CCL.
I think the one guy, at least on the Saints roster, that could have a shot at both parks would be Andy Garriola, and he's not playing today.
See if he appears later. Strike 1 on the outside corner to Nick Pagan. Seems like our home plate umpire has favored the inner half to righties and the outer half to lefties with his strike zone so far. And now the set in the 0-1. Runner goes from first. Castro's throw is wide left, and the runner steals the bag easily. Jason Gonzalez is on second. And another runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the Arroyo Seco Saints. 0-2 pitch to the lefty. Flores looking for another clean inning. By the way, for Gonzalez, that was his first steal of the season. Ball gets away from Castro on a spiked curveball in the dirt. And now Gonzalez goes over to third, and he's 90 feet away from breaking our scoreless tie. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Castro, time to buckle down. He's set to the belt, peers in for his sign from Castro. The lefty delivers outside 2-2. And now the set. He throws home on the 2-2, is inside. And it's 3-2. And the count's full again. Castro seems to be working pretty hard early in this game. Not quite huffing and puffing, but harder than he wants. And the payoff pitch is swung on and missed. His second strikeout of the ball game, and his second strikeout that strands a runner in scoring position today. Gabe Baldovino's error does not come back to haunt the Oaks. No runs, no hits. That error and a runner stranded on third. Zeros on the board for both teams through an inning and a half. Bottom 2, and we return on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Will Pickett's, who is playing left field today. I don't think I can remember a time where he's done that. Digs in from the right side to face the lefty, Riekman. Will Pickett's, I think he's one of the more fun guys to watch because he's about as fundamental as you get defensively, but he's also so quick with his bat at the plate. Shows bunt and pulls back. Heater at the knees. And then there's that aspect to Will Pickett, Zach. Best bunter in the CCL, and I'll stand by that. I'll go to the grave with that.
He puts the fun in fundamentals.
I like it. Hitting 200 this year. Swinging a fly ball, right side. This one could leak out of play, and it does. 0-2. He has 6 hits, 5 of which have been singles, added in a double. He's only driven in 1 runner. He's also drawn 4 walks. Father Bill Pickett's the head coach at Pierce Junior College. And the 0-2. High on a heater, 89 from Eli Riekman. The Oaks, they're losers of 3 in a row. 1-2 pitch, outside 2-2. And it was surprising because Sunday, heading into an off day, we thought the Oaks had turned the page. A huge win in slow, a 6-5 W over the Blues, and the 2-2 is high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. In that game, it wasn't just a normal 6-5 win. We saw outfield assists that saved the game for the Oaks. A go-ahead 2-run homer in the 8th for Ryan Yamashiro. A true team effort. 2-2 foul back. Pickett's right on it, but unable to barrel that one up. And then the Oaks host the Foresters, and they compete in that game, 7-4. And I think the sense around the team was, okay, we're still right there with the Foresters. We're still playing pretty good baseball. And now the full count pitch, again fouled back. Pickett staying alive as Riekman attempts to elevate with his hard stuff. And then July 3rd and July 5th happened. Guess the Oaks uninterested or not playing well. The game's that sandwich 4th of July. Pounded by the Barons 13-6. As the 3-2 is lined to left center. This one well hit. Into the gap. And the catch is made by Evan Russell for out number 1. Even more than usual, we are seeing fly balls die in left field today, Zach.
Well, going back to your point, I think the one thing about this team is I've come to expect the unexpected. You never really know what you're going to get with the Oaks. They can play bad 90% of a game and play well in the 9th. They can turn it on, and it's really a day-to-day thing, which means they could still get hot this season, but I wouldn't say I would expect it.
Bailey Holbrook takes outside 91. Holbrook's hitting from the right side of the plate today, though he's a switch hitter. His lone home run on the season was from the left side. He's hitting .211 with 3 singles and that blast. And I can tell you, Holbrook has been doing his best to try and stay in game shape without seeing the field too often. Blasts one high and deep to left field. Evan Russell is going to be called off by Christian Scott, who makes the catch in the left center gap, about 15 feet shy of the warning track, 2 away.
The right fielder, number 4, Raul Sandoval.
And now it's Raul Sandoval's first at-bat of the game. Sandoval, 182, 14 hits, 12 of which have been singles, a double and a homer. He's driven in 6, 8 walks, and 29 strikeouts, which is tops in the CCL. Lefty offers, Sandoval late on a fastball, 93 from Riekman, and it's 0-1. Another brilliant day for baseball in Thousand Oaks. Hope everybody is doing all right after a big earthquake yesterday evening. 0-1 is high, 1-1. Yesterday's earthquake trumped the previous day's earthquake. 7.1 is what I heard the magnitude was.
I think they downgraded it to a 6.9.
Okay.
That the last time that I heard.
A ball and a strike, 2 gone, and the pitch inside. Jam shot for Sandoval. Third baseman Gonzalez has to hurry, and his throw is not nearly in time. Raul Sandoval beats it out for the Oaks' second hit today. A runner on with 2 outs for Ramon Gomez, who's hitting 167 with 7 singles, 2 doubles, and a home run. Doubled in Pasadena in his return to action against these Saints a little bit earlier, maybe last week it was. He's been a regular since coming back. And it was actually last Saturday, and double to deep right field. Hard ground ball to short. Lovano under it, pitches to Cali covering at second, and the Oaks strand a runner here in the second. No runs on that single by Sandoval, no errors, and a runner left. 3-2 full. The score is still tied, and we'll return in a minute on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Christian Scott leads off top 3 with Jacob Flores back on the hill. He struck out 2 in 2 scoreless frames, and he starts off the lefty with a strike at the knees on a fastball. Scott's first at-bat of today's game. Where's number 12? And the 0-1 is a breaking ball called a strike, maybe a cutter. Jacob Castro throw a couple different types of fastballs, and they move in opposite directions, the cutter and then the sinker. 0-2, another fastball, high chopper to first. Yamashiro lets the second baseman Gomez take the tough hop, who throws to Flores covering. An interesting play, not the prettiest play, but the Oaks get it done, and there's 1 out against Christian Scott, who entered that at-bat hitting .230 with 9 singles, 3 doubles, and 2 triples.
You get the rare 4-1.
Right, that's super unique. And we're back to the top of the order with Nolan Tressler. We mentioned yesterday that the CCL prospect game rosters had been announced. Went over some of the Oak selections. I'll reiterate them today as that pitch is fouled off left side out of play. Arroyo Seco also has a number of notable participants. Thomas Lovano on the team, Drew Cali on the team. 0-1 fouled off. It's 0-2. Also Evan Russell and Anthony Forte. Cade Bullinger, another participant. Colin King is on the roster as well. And Michael Garza, another pitcher on the team. Time called by Tressler, who grounded it out to short in the first inning. Conejo represented by a lot of players, including the guy we're watching throw the ball today. 0-2, line foul, left side out of play. Jacob Flores, that is, on the roster. He's also throwing to a member of the roster. Jacob Castro from UC Irvine, selected to the team for the Oaks. The 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3, outside corner on an 87-mile-an-hour express. Strikeout number 3 for Jacob Flores and his second of the day looking. Evan Russell is next. Nico Lima and Justin Ammons on the team. Gabe Baldovino as well. And Carson Carter, Travis Weston, the final two. 89 for a strike. Seen Flores get more and more comfortable as the season has progressed. And now he just embodies that ace moniker. 0-1 is swung on and missed. 0-2. Flores has only given up 3 earned runs on the season. And the 0-2 pitch. The lefty fires, rip shot to right. Sandoval is there, and he makes the catch, and he puts away the Saints here in the top of the third. Bottom 3 when we return. Scoreless ball game on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Stay with us. We're back for the bottom of the third inning on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Tyler Odekirk takes 85 in for a strike. It's 0-1. Tyler Odekirk has quietly had a very good season for the Oaks, hitting .256 with 2 doubles, a triple, and a homer. And part of me, that first pitch missed, and as does the second. It's 2-0 to Odekirk. Tyler, one of the lesser talked about players on this team, but I think he's one of the grinders as he rips a base hit to right field and it drops in front of Tressler. He's going to try and throw him out at first. Airmails the throw. Luckily, Wyeth there in foul territory, backing up the play as a catcher is supposed to do. Single to right. Third hit of the day for the Oaks. Now Gabe Baldovino, who ripped a single to left field his first time up, and stole a bag, opens up his stance, and tries to put a rally together. Shows bunt, and rips his bat back out of the way. A balk is going to be called, and Odekirk goes to second. So the Oaks will take that mistake by the pitcher, Eli Riekman, and they'll have a runner in scoring position for the third time in today's game. Baldovino going through his pre-swing rituals, and the pitch is outside. 1-0 is the count. Gabe Baldovino started off the summer really hot. A 1-0 pitch, fouled back, 1-1. Interesting about Baldovino, he's danced around this order all year. He's hit first now. He's hit fifth. He's hit 8th and 9th. I think the fact that he's experienced that has put him in position to be successful in different situations, like an RBI situation like this one. And the 1-1, he shows bunt, puts it down beautifully to third. Odekirk advances on the sacrifice, and Jason Gonzalez makes an error as the ball slips like a bar of soap out of his hands. Runners on the corners, nobody out for the Oaks, and here's Ryan Yamashiro.
It looks like that's actually going to be called an infield single, a bunt single.
Number 32, Ryan Yamashiro.
Tentatively, which should be his second hit of the day. But you see the speed right there playing into it. As a third baseman, didn't look like he was expecting the bunt. And then you get a speedy guy like Baldovino, you have to make sure you're making the play, and you have to make sure you're getting it over quickly, and he made him pay.
Here's Ryan Yamashiro, attacks the first pitch, high fly ball to center. This will definitely be deep enough for Odekirk to advance. He tags, as does Baldovino. Baldovino returns to first, and Odekirk breaks our scoreless tie on Ryan Yamashiro's sacrifice fly. For Ryan, that's his 12th RBI of the summer, and that puts him in the second spot for most RBIs on the team. One nothing Caneo, and that's got to feel good after yesterday's game to get on the board first and foremost, but also to take a lead early in the game.
And knowing you have a guy like Jacob Flores, who his last time out, 6 scoreless, hitless innings against the Blues, that's got to feel good for him.
And that pitch misses to Ammons, 86 high and away. Justin Ammons, 281, flew out to center field his first time up. Outfielder out of Tennessee. Plenty of room in right center. And we know Ammons has plenty of pull side pop. Strike at the highest point of the zone on a fastball. Wyeth pops up attempting to maybe snap a throw over to first base, and Durkee. But Baldovino hustled back in plenty of time. A ball and a strike. Will Baldovino be running? He already stole his 9th bag of the game in the first. And they throw over to check on him.
9th bag of the game.
9th bag of the day.
Season. There you go.
That made the same mistake again.
We need that break as much as anyone, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know about we. I certainly do.
I'm tired.
What a bad performance by me.
It's okay.
1-1 is outside. 2 balls and a strike.
You want to talk about Tyler Odekirk and Gabe Baldovino. They've been as consistent as anyone in manufacturing runs. They get it done however they need to. I remember earlier in the season there was a play. Tyler Odekirk scored on a passed ball. He's gotten bunt singles, RBI singles. They know what they're doing out there, and they did a good job today.
2-1 pitch is off the plate. 3-1. Now the set, Baldovino a big lead at first. He doesn't go, grounded hard to first. Durkee bobbles but recovers and taps the bag. Baldovino the second on an unassisted ground out to the first baseman. So essentially a sacrifice, and Jacob Castro will look for an RBI here. Maybe drive one the other way. Jacob Castro has been a really good RBI guy. He has 10 RBIs in 75 plate appearances. Baldovino off of second, and the pitch. Castro swings away and pops it foul left side. The last time the Oaks took the lead in a ball game wasn't yesterday, wasn't the day before that. It was actually against the Foresters earlier this week in the second inning when they scored a run on 2 hits. Breaking ball ripped right center. On the move, Scott towards the gap. He cuts it off and makes the catch and ends the threat. F to 8, but the Oaks get a run on 2 hits in the inning. no errors, and a runner left on base. 1-0 Caneo through 3 full. Stick with us and you'll be rewarded with some Zach Engberg play-by-play when we come back on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Top 4, and it's 1-0 Caneo. We see Jacob Flores back out to the hill to face off against the new hitter Drew Calley. And to tell the story for the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings, here's my broadcasting partner, Zach Engberg.
Thank you, Jordan. First pitch in from Flores is low. 84 on that one, and it's 1-1 to Drew Calley. Drew Calley reached on a single. The only hit today for the Arroyo Seco Saints was stranded at second after a passed ball, and he swings through the 1-0 pitch, and it's 1-1. Flores today, Jordan, we've talked about this. Every time that he's gone out, he's gotten a little bit better. His last outing we thought was his best 6 innings of hitless ball as Cowley swings through that one, shakes his head. 73 on the breaking pitch, 1-2 after it touches the outside corner. But today he's been just as dominant against, respectfully, a much better offense in the Arroyo Seco Saints, which had been on a roll. Scored 15 the last time the Oaks saw them. The 1-2 pitch from Flores, ranging curveball, breaks outside as 2-2 to Cowley. And today he's been confident. He's been dominant. This has been an ace type outing from Jacob Flores. And the 2-2 on the outside corner, 86 touches, and that's a strike 3. Beautiful pitch from Jacob Flores. 4th strikeout of the day, and the 3rd looking, which you really like to see because that means he's touching the outside corners and he's reacting well to the zone the ump is setting.
Well, Jacob Castro is locked in to his mechanics today. You look at his release point, his delivery, you can't tell the difference between any pitch he's throwing, and that is when you're on as a pitcher. And there's that changeup, Zach. We haven't even seen that yet.
I was waiting for it. 81 on that. He's been working the fastball. It's an up to the low 90s, and first pitch changeup gets Lovano swinging through it. The 0-1's in the dirt.
There's that changeup again. I love what he's doing here as he misses low on that one to even the count at 1.
Mixing speeds, mixing pitch types.
Exactly, but he's also establishing the changeup now that he's going through the lineup for the second time around.
Exactly. The 1-1, the fastball in the dirt. 2-1.
And as he becomes a better and better pitcher, you're going to see a little bit more change in velocity from that fastball to changeup. Right now, it's about 87 average on the heater and an 81 average on the changeup.
87 in the dirt inside corner, 3-1. And I think it's worth noting also, Jacob Castro has not spent a lot of time behind the plate, but he was actually the catcher for Jacob Flores in his last outing against the Blues. A little bit of a connection there. It seems like it's working. The 3-1 pitch is outside, and that's a 5-pitch walk, just as we were discussing how dominant he's been today. Third base runner of the day for the Seco Saints.
Well,
First and second inning.
You can tell when a pitcher's kind of lost their mechanics. They'll tend to take a quick walk around. They'll fiddle with their jersey or even the back of their head or something. It's a momentary pause in what has been a dominant outing so far. We'll see if Jacob Flores has more in the tank. I suspect he does to get through this lineup again.
Pete Durke 0 for 1 today, but the last time against the Oaks as he swings through the first one, laces it foul to the left side, 0-1. The last time that he faced the Oaks, he had a big day. He had a grand slam, part of their big 7-run fourth inning off of Aiden Dolan. Most of the offense on point that day, but Pete Durke especially. One swing of the bat. Absolutely.
Today's history for sure. Not a pretty game.
And Jacob Flores, he's the perfect guy to kind of right the wrongs against the Saints. He's been so good this summer. Jex Lovano at first, and he throws over. Yamashiro was off the bag. Lovano gets back, and it's still 0-1. 1 out. Throws over again. The quick lefty pickoff move. Pete Durke this summer. 7 games at bat, so he came in a little late from Tennessee, but he's hitting .333, which is 4th on the Saints, as the 0-1 fires in. The curveball breaks way outside. It's 1-1.
Look at the movement on that pitch, though. That started at Pete Durke's right cheek. Okay, and it ended up outside and low. I mean, some guys are just born with a natural ability to spin it. Jacob Flores is one of those people.
The 1-1 into Durke as Lovano runs. Little nubber off the end of his bat. Baldovino picks it up, fires it over, gets it there on time. Lovano was running on that one, gets to second safely, and a nice throw from Gabe Baldovino for the second out of the inning.
That's one of the toughest plays you can have as a shortstop, because when a ball's softly hit to the left side of the infield, the third baseman has the right to get that ball. That is his ball to cut it off and use his momentum to throw to first. But what happens when that ball is hit slightly out of the range of the third baseman? The shortstop has to be right behind that third baseman to make the play and hustle on his throw to first. Gabe Baldovino, a little bit more mustard on the hot dog on that throw to first, and a beautiful 6-3 putout.
A little more mustard on the hot dog. I like that, Jordan. Jason Gonzalez, 0 for 1 day, reached on an error and stole a base in the second inning, ended up on third, was stranded there. First pitch is inside, 1-0. And that's a tough play also for Baldovino because that's deep in the hole.
Sure.
That's a hard throw to make. Flores checks on Lovano at second, fires in. That one's in the dirt. 88 on that fastball and 2-0.
Have we talked to Gabe Baldovino?
No, but I think
I think we've talked to him after maybe a post-game interview.
I think the first one of the season, I believe we talked to Baldovino.
Love to check in with him again. He's made
Absolutely.
some serious strides as an offensive and defensive player.
Lovano's running the throw in from Castro. Is in the dirt, but and it looks like he's going to pause it.
That runner should be out.
It looks like they're discussing. Coach Salee is coming out because I was going to say that throw was in the dirt, but it looked like Jason Gonzalez, who's batting, got in the way there. I don't think there's any way he makes that throw.
See what the ruling here is. Coach Solis doesn't love to argue, but he'll get out there and make sure that they talk about it. I mean, I'm not sure how you can let this play stand as is on the field. Something has to happen because Jacob Castro, his path to throw to third was clearly impeded.
And Thomas Lovano already off the field in the dugout. As Jacob Wyeth stands in the on-deck circle. Jason Gonzalez at the plate. I'm still discussing. That play would tie the game. And it looks like they're ruling it
I think they just
a
ruled
run.
a run. Yeah, what the? I don't think that makes too much sense. And Coach Solis is
unless their argument is that the throw was just a wild throw from Castro, but there's no way he makes that throw with Jason Gonzalez standing in the way. It's an impossible throw to make unless he's 7 feet tall and can throw over him.
Well, Coach Solis is going to get not only his 2 cents, he'll get maybe his whole dollar's worth here.
Well, that's a big run.
Well, no doubt about it. That ties the game.
Against Riekman, who's been pitching well today, and an offense which has been struggling a little bit since Nico Lima went out. A run like that in this game, a 2-out run, that would completely change the contest.
Completely.
Jacob Flores today has been great. Another great outing. Every time he comes out, he gets a little bit better. So far today, allowed 1 hit, 3 base runners. And Coach Solis does not look too happy. Walks off back in the dugout. He was definitely animated. And we have a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1, top of the 4th, 2 outs. Thomas Lovano comes in to score on what I believe will be called an error on the catcher, although nothing has been marked yet. Flores delivers the 2-1 pitch. Little dribbler. That'll be a tough play for a Tyler Odekirk out there, and he doesn't make it. And that's the second base runner of the inning, and these are the kind of plays, Jordan, where for the Oaks it can kind of snowball out of control. They have a base runner on, 2 outs, and that's the second hit of the day. Little infield single for Jason Gonzalez, and the catcher, Jacob Wyeth, up. He's 0 for 1 today. Massive call.
That's one of the worst calls I think we've seen all summer. And at this level, you're going to get your fair share. I think that one takes the cake so far.
We've seen some interesting balk calls, definitely some batter's interference, but I don't know how you call that. 86 in is low, and it's 1-0 to Wyeth. I think
it was so ridiculous a call, Zach, that when Jacob Castro pops up to throw and he threw it out of play, everybody almost paused on both sides.
As that's a hard-hit ground ball to Baldovino. Baldovino fires to second. It goes past. Gonzalez round second. He heads to third. He's going to head home as Yamashiro picks it up, fires it in. Not in time, and all of a sudden that call. 2 outs, a run scores, and right there Jason Gonzalez comes around to take a 2-1 lead for the Arroyo Seco Saints on the wild throw from Gabe Baldovino.
That's a very poor play by Gabe Baldovino. Ramon Gomez was covering at second, and I think Baldovino was trying to lead him there. But Gomez got to the bag quickly, and Baldovino's throw was way behind Gomez. It went all the way down the right field line. And an inning that arguably should be over already has now turned into 2 runs and a 1-run lead for the Arroyo Seco Saints.
So you had Thomas Lovano with a 1-out walk. Got to second on a 6-3 ground out by Pete Durkee. While Jason Gonzalez was up, stole third, and then came home on a wild throw from Jacob Castro. No batter's interference call. Tied the game at 1 as pitching from Flores to Pagani swings through it, 85. On the outside corner, 0-1. And then you had Jason Gonzalez get a single. An infield single. Runs on the ground ball to Baldovino. Baldovino with a wild throw. Gonzalez goes from first to home on the play. Wyeth gets to second as that pitch is outside 1-1. And all of a sudden you have a 2-1 lead for the Saints. Both runs with 2 outs and are in scoring position. And it all goes back to that call by the home plate ump.
That is the 3rd Caneo Oak error today.
2 by Baldovino. The 1-1 into Pagan in the dirt. Castro with the slide. And it's 2-1. Pagan today 0 for 1. Struck out swinging to end the second. The Saints 2 runs on 3 hits now. The Oaks a run on 4 hits and 3 errors. Wyeth grounds that one. Odekirk comes over, slides, makes the throw to Yamashiro. And the Oaks finally get out of the inning, but not before 2 runs on a hit, 2 errors, and a runner stranded for Arroyo Seco. They have a 2-1 lead. Although all those runs unearned, the Oaks will be coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll see if Riekman heads back out. Now trailing by a run. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Leading off.
Riekman back out on the hill. He's pitched 3 one-run, 4-hit innings. The Saints with 2 runs on 2 errors. In the top of the 4th, take a 2-1 lead. Will Pickett's up to the plate to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Will Pickett's batting 5th today, 0 for 1. Flew out to left the 2nd inning. See if he has any better luck here as he takes the first pitch. A little bit outside, 86 on that fastball, and it's 1-0. The Oaks love to come from behind, and Pickett's pops that one off. Back and foul as Wyeth runs back, takes off his mask to make the play. But it's way out of play, and it's 1-1. It's weird. I almost feel like the Oaks are a little more comfortable playing from behind than they do playing with the lead.
Well, I think that's fair to say. I don't think they have enough experience playing out in front, to be honest with you.
Since day one, they've been coming from behind. Pickett swings through the 1-1 pitch, 88 on that fastball right down the middle. Pickett couldn't handle it, and it's 1-2. Will Pickett's hitting 200 this season. In 30 at-bats, he's played 9 games. And the 1-2, the breaking ball doesn't break. Stays high and outside. It's 2-2. Pickett's 6 hits. All 6 singles, 1 bunt single. And the 2-2, Pickett takes that outside. Just barely misses the outside corner. 76 on the breaking ball, and it's 3-2. Pickett has struck out 3 times this season. And that one plunks him on his right arm. The elbow guard comes in handy there. And he takes first base. Another leadoff runner for the Oaks. Somebody has reached base. Only 1 run to show for it. And Bailey Holbrook 0 for 1 today. With a long fly ball to left center. Now up with a runner on. No outs.
Like that swing back in the second for Holbrook. We've seen a lot of pop from the left side, but not as much from the right.
Bailey told me before the game he got some new batting gloves the other day. A little red, white, and blue.
God bless America.
July 4th, we'll see if he was hoping that would add a little extra pop. Little fireworks. As that one misses, and it's 1-1. Bailey 211 this season and 19 at-bats. 4 hits, 3 singles, and that home run from the left side. As he pops that one up. Gets good wood on it, but the right fielder, Tressler, an easy play. Just got a little bit under it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Not a terrible swing for Holbrook. I think he should be pretty satisfied with that inside-out swing, looking the other way. I think that's especially important for a righty at Sparky Anderson, where you're not gonna hit home runs to left field. Bailey Holbrook probably more likely to go yard the other way.
Well, he got really good contact his first at-bat to left center, and most other parks besides maybe Jackie Robinson that's going to be out. Sandoval, that one was inside. 90 on that fastball. He swung through at 0-1.
Raul Sandoval continues to, when he gets the ball in play, be a dazzling player, an instant rally maker. But, of course, that's contingent on getting the ball in play, and as a player right now, that's what he has to improve on the most.
Picketts is running. The throw from Wyeth is high. Picketts jumps up, takes a step towards third, heads back, and that'll be a stolen base for Will Picketts. Second of the season on 2 attempts. And that's a couple throws today. Both times that they've tested Jacob Wyeth, the throws have been high. Maybe that gives him a little more incentive to run, at least from first to second.
Could be.
And now 0-2 count, 1 out. Raul Sandoval at the plate. The Oaks have a runner in scoring position, down 1. The bottom of the 4th. The 0-2 into Sandoval. Nubs it to Riekman. He throws over to first. Will Pickett's held at second base. 2 outs in the inning. Ramon Gomez up. That's a tough out right there because with an out, you want to get contact enough to let Will Pickett's advance. But Riekman could have easily turned to third and tried to make a play there. Ramon Gomez with a chance here, running in scoring position to tie this game up. First pitch into Gomez, he takes high. 1-0. 88 on that fastball. And Riekman's been hovering around 87, 88. He's touched 90, but checks Pickett's at second. The throw into Gomez inside. 1-0. The ball scurries away, but Pickett's. And it's 2-0.
Zach, what do you think of the Los Angeles Pelicans next year? The Los Angeles Pelicans.
Pelinkins?
That's a good one, too.
I think they'll be interesting. I think it's an interesting roster. I think there's a lot of playoff experience, but that also means that it's a lot of legs that have gone through a lot of playoff minutes, a couple guys coming off of some major injuries. I think they're one of the 3 best teams in the West, if not one of the 3 best in the league, as Gomez swings through that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Riekman added a little extra, and it's 2-1. I'm going to really enjoy seeing the Warriors as the 6th seed knock out the Lakers in the first round of the playoffs next year. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that.
Hey.
After Steph drops 50, Game 7 in Staples, as Gomez fouls that one off.
It's good to hope. It's good to dream. Count. It's important to keep one's hope alive in dark times. And, sometimes you get a little bit delusional. That's understandable.
You mean like the Lakers missing the playoffs 7 years in a row and thinking they were going to build a super team?
We're not going to do this now, are we?
Ramon Gomez looking for a little hope here. 2-2 count, 2 outs. The Oaks down 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Will Pickett's on second. Riekman stares in, and the time is called. Hoping to build the drama a little more. This will be a big at-bat if Ramon Gomez can make contact. Will Pickett's with speed. See if he gets a chance if Mark Fitzgerald will send him on a single, and Gomez takes 2-2 in the dirt outside. And it's 3-2, a full count. 2 outs, Ramon Gomez. Gomez 0 for 1 today. Grounded into a 4-6 put out in the second. But he's been good. He's only hitting 167 this year, but 7 RBIs. He's come through with some big hits for the Oaks this summer. 3 extra base hits, a home run, 2 doubles, and he takes 3-2 high, 90 on the fastball. And that's a walk, and the Oaks now runners on first and second. And Tyler Odekirk, who's 1 for 1 today, had a single and scored the lone run of the game. He's a nice bat to have at the bottom of the order in the 9-hole, hitting .244 this season. Leads the team with 14 RBIs and a great chance right here. Runner on second, runner on first. Been one of the most consistent players offensively and defensively for Caneo this summer. Riekman checks. Pickett's at second. Fires into Odekirk outside corner. 88. Touches, and it's 0-1.
Riekman, sorry, Zach. He's been so good locating and commanding his fastball today.
The 0-1 and outside. 1-1. The breaking ball, not so much. The breaking ball has missed outside, missed inside, which that's what you want to. That's where you want to hit if you're going to miss on your breaking ball.
Well, it hasn't been bad. It's just the fastball has just so clearly, interrupted and disrupted the Oaks bats today.
The 1-1 in takes high 90 on that fastball. 2-1. Will Pickett's led off the inning. Was hit by a pitch. Stole second. Bailey Holbrook flew out to right. Raul Sandoval grounded into a 1-3 putout. Ramon Gomez with a walk, and now Tyler Odekirk up with 2 outs. As he takes 2-1, touches the inside corner, and it's 2-2, 2 outs. The Oaks, after allowing a 2 spot in the top of the 4th, trying to begin their comeback. July 5th from Sparky Anderson. Odekirk powers that one, but it's foul. Oh, yeah, today's July 6th, huh?
It is.
Whoops.
I guess all the days start blending together post Kevin Durant, don't they, Zach? Really difficult.
Yeah,
I'm done now. I'm done.
I'm crying inside, Jordan. Odekirk calls time. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Riekman looking to get out of the inning. The Oaks looking to avoid leaving runners on for the 4th inning in a row, and the 2-2 is outside and another full count. 3-2, 2 outs. Odekirk could potentially load the bases with a walk. He could tie the game or take the lead with a swing, and Riekman can get out of it with a well-placed curveball. Although I would expect a fastball considering how well it's been working today. We'll see what it does right here. 3-2, 2 outs. The pitch in Odekirk fouls off the 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Stays alive. Still a full count.
It's remarkable how similar Eli Riekman and Jacob Flores are.
Definitely.
As pitchers. Mid to upper 80s with the fastball. Can touch 90 with a good breaking ball. And when they are struggling, they aren't quite getting that release point on target, and they lose batters in long counts.
3-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Odekirk swings through the 86-mile-an-hour heater, touches the outside corner. He's not too happy about it. And the Oaks, no runs and no hits, no errors, and they leave 2 runners on. Still trail 2-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. I expect Jacob Flores to come back out. He's been good today. You take away those 3 errors by the Oaks, and this may be a shutout. But they trail 2-1. Keep it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Christian Scott, the 9-hole hitter from Tennessee, leading off the top of the fifth. Jacob Flores back out on the hill for the Conejo Oaks, trailing 2-1 to the Arroyo Seco Saints. And it's been the defense, 3 errors today. As Scott shows bunt, lays it down. Odekirk, Flores, and Castro converge. It stays fair. They can't decide who makes the play, and Christian Scott is on with a bunt single on the first pitch of the inning.
Beautiful bunt. Can't lay it down any better than that, Zach.
I would agree. Well done, and maybe a little bit of a lack of communication between the three of them. I would think that would be Tyler Odekirk's play, but I don't think he was expecting the bunt. And they just I believe they also were expecting it to go foul. But a perfect bunt. Back to the top of the order, Nolan Tressler. 82 on that pitch. Touches the outside corner, 0-1. Tressler 0 for 2 today. 6-3 put out in the first. Struck out looking in the third. 1 of 4 strikeouts today for Flores. 3 of them looking. Now he's up with a runner on, and he pops that one up foul. Yamashiro running out to make the play. Castro as well, but there will be no play to be made as it bounces to the right of us. The top of the stands, and it's 0-2 to Tressler. It'll be interesting to see 2 strikes what he chooses, because we've seen him mix it up a little bit. Fastball, the cutter. We saw him working the changeup last inning. 0-2, no outs, a runner on first. 73 in the dirt, it's 1-2.
Zach, you let me know when you're ready for trivia today. I think we got a pretty good one.
I think bottom of the 5th I'll be good.
Can't wait.
Always love trivia. I wonder what our record is. I feel like I have a better record than you. As the 1-2 curveball hangs high, and inside it's 2-2.
I don't know if you have a better record than me.
I don't know if we've been keeping track.
I'm positive you have a better record than me. I don't think I've gotten one this summer. Because your questions are always so outlandish.
I think you did get... Oh, that's not true. I think you did get one. The 2-2, Tressler off the end of his bat. Baldovino 6-4. Cannot quite get the throw to Yamashiro. Tressler beats it out. But the Oaks get the lead runner. There's 1 out. Still a runner on. Evan Russell up. Also from Tennessee.
Obviously kidding. You've just been better than me. I think the questions have been pretty evenly matched.
I think there was one that was a little bit ridiculous, but I think the rest of them have been pretty fair. Coach Lee is coming out. Chat with Jacob Flores. Flores has been good today. Allowed 2 runs on 4 hits. 4 strikeouts, although none of those 2 runs have been earned. And it looks like it's going to be it for Flores. We have a reliever coming in from the bullpen. Jacob Flores still putting his case to Coach Solis. And that will be it for Jacob Flores, the 6'4" lefty from San Diego State. A good game, but he leaves. In line for the loss right now as the Oaks trail 2-1 to the Arroyo Seco Saints. We will get you the new pitcher right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
That was a fielder's choice.
Peyton Ebel on the hill for the Caneo Oaks, trailing 2-1, replacing Jacob Flores. Get you his line in a second. Evan Russell, 0 for 2. Up with a runner on. That's Nolan Tressler on first. First pitch in from Ebel. 79, and that one's in there. 0-1. Jacob Flores, 4 1/3. We believe it's 3 hits, although scoreboard shows 4. 2 runs, neither of them earned. A walk, 4 strikeouts. And you take away those 3 errors, and he may still be in this game. The 0-1 in from Ebel. It's outside 1-1. Christian Scott led off this inning with a bunt single. Nolan Tressler grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice. Reached first. And then 1-1 in the dirt. It's 2-1.
Some interesting news recently about the uncle of Peyton Ebel, Dino Ebel, the third base coach for the Dodgers. He'll be throwing to Jock Peterson in the home run derby next week.
Fun. Or do you mean Cody Bellinger? Russell connects on it. Justin Ammons looks like he'll have a play, and he'll make the play in center. That's the second out of the inning. Nolan Tressler still at first.
I do not mean Cody Bellinger.
Jock Peterson is competing again.
He is.
Number 21,
Drew Cowley up for the 3rd time today. He's 1 for 2. Had a single in the first, struck out looking in the 4th. He competed recently, right? Jock Peterson did?
I couldn't tell
Either
you.
last year or the year before. I think the year he was a rookie, I remember him competing. I think it's a travesty there's no Oakland Athletics in the contest, but that's another conversation. First pitch in from Ebel outside, 1-0.
As a Nationals fan, I could tell you it's overrated after last year.
I mean, that was a pretty special performance.
Yeah, it was special for Bryce Harper to do that and then take off. Very Todd Frazier-esque.
You don't seem angry at all about it. 1-0
Not at all.
pitch. Take it inside, and it's 2-0.
Hey, Bryce Harper, I wish him all the success in the world in Philadelphia. Lucky for the Nationals, though, he hasn't had the best luck in the world so far.
Got him.
Didn't really. Hey, it's the little shots.
2-0 into Cowley. He pops it up. Tyler Odekirk staring at it. Should be a play, and he makes that one. That's a can of corn for Tyler Odekirk at 3rd. No runs on a hit, no errors, and the Saints leave a runner on, but they still lead 2-1. The Oaks in the bottom of the 5th will field Gabe Baldovino, Ryan Yamashiro, and Justin Ammons trying to come back in this game, and you'll see it all right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Baldovino.
And halfway through this game, as we head into the bottom of the 5th, the Arroyo Seco Saints lead 2-1. Gabe Baldovino, the leadoff hitter, leading off the 5th inning. Baldovino, 2 for 2 today. 2 singles. No runs to show for it. First pitch in from Riekman, 86, the fastball in the outside corner. Misses 1-0. And the 1-0, 89 misses again, and it's 2-0 Riekman today. He's gone 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed yet, or 1 run allowed. Pardon me, is Baldovino. Jammed on the 87, fastball inside, fouls it off, and it's 2-1. He's got 2 strikeouts. Hit 1 batter. And that's a strike. 89 again on the fastball, 2-2. Riekman has been pounding the fastballs today. Steady diet. 2-2 to Baldovino. Baldovino stays alive as Riekman hits 91 on that. And it's still 2-2. Gabe Baldovino today. 2 singles, but also 2 errors. One of those errors led to a run as he pops that one up again foul. Right over our heads. Riekman, this at bat, 6 pitches, 6 fastballs. He's touched around 91. Adding velocity as the game goes on. That breaking ball just misses on the outside corner. 3-2. The ump has established his zone. And it wasn't that. 86 on that one. Baldovino fouls it off again, still 3-2. Baldovino adding to his team high on-base percentage, which is .437 this year. He's been a catalyst for this Oaks team. And 3-2 takes inside, and that's a walk. 3 plate appearances and 3 times on base for Gabe Baldovino, setting the table. Leading off this inning, and Ryan Yamashiro, who is second on this Oaks team in on-base percentage. .420 on the season. First in average, hitting .328 heading into this game. Second in RBIs with 12 now. And he's first in home runs with 2. Although once the Oaks finish their delayed game, Nico Lima will jump in there. And the first pitch in 87, the fastball, touches the outside corner, and it's 0-1 to Yamashiro. Yamashiro today, 0 for 1. Had an RBI sacrifice fly in the third. The lone run of the game that scored Tyler Odekirk. And that's about all the action the Oaks have seen today. Yamashiro grounds that one as Baldovino was running. No play to second. The throw from Cowley to the first baseman. Pete Durke is there. Yamashiro grounds it into a 6-3 putout. First out of the inning, but Baldovino reaches second. And so you like to see from your leadoff hitter, making things happen. Justin Ammons up now for the Oaks. Ammons 0 for 2 today. Has been in a slump recently, but still hitting .281 heading into this game. 7 RBIs this season. Second day in the row hitting in the 3-hole. The 0-1's inside, or the first pitch is inside. Baldovino heads to third. Takes a couple steps around third, holds back. And the Oaks 90 feet away from tying this game. 1-0 count to Justin Ammons. Ammons this year has had a lot of pull power. He's done good turning on balls into the right field corner. It's around .320. He's got 16 hits, 5 doubles, 11 singles. A single or any kind of contact deep in the outfield would score a run, and he swings through 86. And it's 1-1. 1 out, runner on third. Baldovino walked to lead off the inning. Got to second on a hit and run. Ryan Yamashiro grounded into a 6-3 putout on that play. Baldovino got to third on a wild pitch as Justin Ammons pops it up. Jacob Wyeth looks like he's going to have a play, and he makes the play. Holds Gabe Baldovino at third. Ammons with a foul pop-up to Jacob Wyeth, and the Oaks with 2 outs. Looking to not leave a runner stranded on for the 5th straight inning, and Jacob Castro will try to tie this game up.
Nice play by Jacob Wyeth behind home. The wherewithal to know where the net is, to maintain your balance, and at the same time make the catch. That's tough to do, and he made it look easy.
Gabe Baldovino today reached base all 3 times. He was stranded on the first 2 times, and Castro unloads on it into right field, and that'll be an easy play. coming in for Nolan Tressler and right. Gabe Baldovino, 3 times on base, has been stranded all 3 times. The Oaks no runs on no hits, no errors, and they leave Baldovino 90 feet away from home. The run would have tied this game, but the Oaks still trail 2-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. I expect to see Peyton Ebel back out, but we will see right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Thomas Lovano, the cleanup hitter, dangerous bat for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Leads off the 6th inning. Peyton Ebel back out on the hill. Ebel had 2 quick outs to close the 5th. Left a runner stranded. Got Evan Russell to fly out to center. And the first pitch in, 75, misses outside 1-0. Thomas Lovano 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the first. That closed the inning. That was the first of 4 strikeouts for Jacob Flores. Walked and scored in the 4th, 1 of 2 runs on the day. And he swings through that one. Pitch dropped out. 1-1, 77 on the very nice pitch from Peyton Ebel. Lovano 2nd in the CCL, behind his teammate Andy Garriola in home runs with 3. As he takes 1-1 in there on the outside corner, 1-2.
Hey, Zach, I'd like to propose a nickname.
Yes.
That's all right. Paintin' Peyton.
Ooh.
Because when he's at his best, he's on the
Paintin'.
corners.
I like it.
Thank you.
1-2, looking to paint right here. Lovano drives it a nice base hit into right field. Sandoval corrals it. 4th hit of the game. 5th hit of the game.
Hey, that one's on both of us there, Zach.
The first baseman, number 32, Pete.
Now the Oaks have 4 hits. The Saints have 3 hits, and we have 1 hit as well now at this point after that mega jinx.
We've had worse. We had the game where going into the 4th inning, I mentioned that Jacob Flores was perfect, and then he allowed like 4 runs, and he walked 5 batters that inning, something like that. I think that was the worst of the year. Ebel first pitch in to beat Durkee. Durkee 0 for 2 today. This is high and inside, 1-0. You know, I'm ready, by the way, Jordan, for the trivia question. Anytime that you want to throw it my way.
Okay.
1-0, Ebel checks at first. He fires in. Touches the low outside corner, 1-1. 74. You know, Ebel's velocity, it's not very high. But as you mentioned, because of that, his location has to be spot on. And that one was perfect, 1-1. Checks once, checks twice. Lovano fires in the dirt, 64. 2-1. Castro doing a good job. Corral that pitch. It's going to be a tough transition for a catcher, Jordan, going from Jacob Flores, who can touch high 80s, low 90s. Not as much extreme movement to Peyton Evil, who does a lot of painting, low velocity, and you see pitches like that drop out. Lovano's running. The throw from Castro is there, but a little bit wide. Baldovino can't quite hold on to it, as it looks like he had the tag applied. I'm not sure if it would have been in time, but it rolls out of his glove. That's a stolen base for Thomas Lovano.
Yeah, that was a floater out there. Just kept fading and fading. I don't even think Baldovino got a glove on it. I think it just sailed right of the bag. I think we'll get to the trivia next half inning. How does that sound?
I like it. Thomas Lovano's second stolen base of the day is Durkee. Fouls the 2-2 pitch back. His first stolen base. He stole third in what ended up being the first... Oh, no, forgive me. Oh, yeah, it did end up being the first run of the day for the Saints. The non-batter's interference call by the home plate ump. And now he's at second base in scoring position, and the 2-2 is outside. 3-2 to Pete Durkee.
I think you're going to get this trivia also, Zach.
I've gotten a couple. And even the ones that I've gotten wrong, I've known the answer. I just haven't trusted myself. Like the first one, the Nolan Ryan one. Durkee swings through that pitch. You know, that was Jordan. That was peanut butter and jelly on the outside corner. Durkee couldn't handle it. He was full.
Yeah, he had a peanut allergy on that swing.
First out of the inning, Jason Gonzalez up. Gonzalez had a single and a run. Scored on an error from Gabe Baldovino. His second of the day. And the third of the day for the Oaks. Now up with one out and a runner on second. Ebel checks Lovano. Fires in. It's low, but touches the corner, and it's 0-1. Gonzalez reached base both times. Also reached in the second on a bad throw from Gabe Baldovino. Lovano's running again. Fouled off by Gonzalez. 0-2. Lovano, 8 stolen bases on the season. 2 today. He's only been caught once. Tied for first on the team with Christian Scott. 0-2, 1 out, runner on second. Fires into Gonzalez, and he fires it into left field. That's going to drop. Thomas Lovano is being led home. The throw in from Pickett's is a little bit wide. And the Saints with a 3-1 lead. RBI double from Jason Gonzalez. Very nice piece of hitting. Thomas Lovano scores his second run of the day.
Just a clean knock right there to left field, and Will Pickett's not his best effort on that throw. It looked like he may have had a chance to get Lovano at home as he was rounding third, and it looks like Pickett's just didn't get any momentum into that throw, and it just kind of sailed off into foul territory.
You have to remember, this is his first start of the season at left.
Absolutely.
Has played mostly third and short. Ebel still working with a runner in scoring position. First pitch in is high to Wyeth, and it's 1-0. The Saints, a run on 2 hits this inning. Lovano led off with a single, stole second, and Jason Gonzalez drove him in with a double. 1-0 in. Wyeth up the middle. A nice grab from Peyton Ebel. Underhand tosses it to Ryan Yamashiro. Jason Gonzalez advances to third, but that's a nice second out of the inning. Reflexes from Peyton.
Got to get out of it here, though. Keep it at 2. Nick Pagana, dangerous hitter. Though he struggled against left-handed pitching today, a strikeout and a ground out to third.
Nick Pagan, 286 coming into the game. 9 RBIs. First pitch in from Ebel. Range is outside, 1-0. The 1-0 in. Touches the outside corner. He's painting. 1-1. I'm going to use that a lot. I like that.
You should.
For Jason Gonzalez, that was his first RBI of the season. Also his first hit. And that one is smacked to center field. It drops. Nick Pagan with a line drive single up the middle. Jason Gonzalez comes in to score, and it's 4-1. Saints 2 runs in the 4th and 2 now in the 6th. A 3-run lead over the Caneo Oaks. Christian Scott at the bottom of the order. Up now with 2 outs and a runner on first. Another nice piece of hitting.
Yeah, Nick
for the Arroyo Seco Saints.
Yeah, he stayed inside that pitch. It's been tough to stay on the off speed from lefties as a left-handed hitter, and he did a good job of that there.
First pitch in. Touches, and it's 0-1. Christian Scott, 1 for 2. Grounded into the rare 4-1 put out in the 3rd. Nice play between Ramon Gomez and Jacob Flores, and he had a bunt single in the 5th. And the 0-1 is low, 75, and it's 1-1. Nick Pagan, his 10th RBI of the season. His 11th hit. None of them singles, and Scott connects on that one, but it's in the center field. And Justin Ammons makes the play, and that will end the inning. But not before 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and the Saints leave a runner stranded. They take a 4-1 lead over the Caneo Oaks. The Oaks will be up in the bottom of the 6th, looking to come back in this game, and you'll see it right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Justin Kleinsorge now on the hill for Arroyo Seco. Will Pickett's in to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Coming up to probably a favorite walk-up song, a little Lonzo Ball. I don't know what the song is called, but it's a good song. A little head bopper. Kleinsorge replacing Eli Riekman. We'll get you his stats in a second. And the first pitch in, 86, the fastball right down the middle. It's 0-1. Riekman went 5 innings, 4 hits, a run. It was earned. A walk, 2 strikeouts. Also hit a batter, and he balked. So a full day for Riekman. And he comes out in line for the win, up 4-1. Second pitch again, 86. Inside, and it's 0-2.
We've seen Kleinsorge 3 different times this summer. In 4 games against the Saints, the Oaks have seen him 3 different times, and they've been good against him 3 times.
The 0-2. Pickett swings through that one. And that's a strikeout. First out of the inning for Kleinsorge.
The designated hitter number 33, Bailey Holbrook.
Bailey Holbrook 0 for 2 today, although he's gotten good swings both times up, and now up in his third at-bat, hitting from the left side where he feels a little more comfortable. Wouldn't be surprised to see another big swing from Bailey.
Well, Kleinsorge against the Oaks has given up 7 earned runs in 6 innings of work. Pardon me, in 7 innings of work, he's given up 7 runs.
First pitch in 87. It's high and outside. So he's pitched 7 innings against the Oaks.
Correct.
He's pitched 12 innings this season, so more than half of his time pitched has been against the Caneo Oaks. The 1-0 Bailey swung through that one. It's 1-1.
Swinging for that post-game interview.
I think that's his biggest motivation right now. Well, definitely not, but he absolutely wants it. He's made that clear to us.
Yeah.
The 1-1, 1 out. Bailey swung through that one again. He was expecting something a little faster, and Kleinsorge took a little off. 1-2, 82 on that one. Kleinsorge this year has allowed 11 runs, so he's got an 8.25 ERA, 6 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 18 hits. So the Oaks not the only team to do damage against Kleinsorge, and Bailey takes 76 inside, misses, and it's 2-2. Good take there by Bailey.
See Kleinsorge resisting throwing Holbrook a fastball because he saw that big home run swing Holbrook had, and he knew he was right on it.
2-2. Bailey takes it outside the curveball. 71. Misses outside corner, and it's a full count to Bailey. Yeah, we know, we've seen Bailey. When he connects on a fastball, there's not many guys that can do more damage with it. 3-2, and he swings through 88 on the fastball. And misses, and that's 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Justin Kleinsorge. Raul Sandoval, who is a strikeout aficionado this year, leading the CCL. He's up as Kleinsorge looking to strike out the side.
Yeah, nasty sequence to Holbrook there.
First one, 89. He's adding velocity in there, and it's 0-1. Sandoval 1 for 2. Had an infield single in the second. 0-1's outside, 1-1. I'm still waiting for that trivia question, Jordan.
Well, here it is. Since 2000, there have been some remarkable division comebacks.
1-1's in the dirt, 2-1.
I want to ask you, what was the biggest divisional comeback a team has had since 2000? And remember, you gotta give people some time.
Yeah.
We'll look for answers next half inning on our broadcast page.
2-1 to Sandoval. Hits it hard to the second baseman, and that'll be an easy out. 4-3, and that'll close the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Justin Kleinsorge. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on. Kleinsorge with 2 strikeouts, swinging to Will Pickett's and Bailey Holbrook. And the Oaks still trail 4-1 to the Arroyo Seco Saints. So we head to the top of the 7th. They'll look to hold off the Saints as we get another new pitcher.
Please, we will be announcing the first 2 winners of our raffle today.
Looks like Reese Matheson on the hill. We will get you the top of the 7th inning. The remainder of this close game right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Reese Matheson now on the hill for the Caneo Oaks, trailing 4-1. Nolan Tressler back at the top of the order, leading off the top of the 7th. And for the play-by-play in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, I'll throw it back to Jordan Brenner. Jordan?
Thank you, Zach. Great job today. Nolan Tressler, as you mentioned, is the new hitter, 0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a strikeout looking. Reese Matheson, fresh off one of his poorer performances, into the game. And a fastball at 85 is below the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Matheson, a 13.49 ERA, 0-1 in 12 2/3 innings. He's walked 14. He struck out 14 on the 1-0 pitch. Center cut heater ripped on and tapped to the right side, and it's dribbled foul. 1-1. Now, we saw Reese Matheson a little bit earlier this week against the Academy Barons, and he was lit up in the first inning. And now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed on 81. It's 1-2. Matheson didn't record an out in that outing against the Academy. Gave up 7 runs in the first inning. And he did that while walking 4 batters and giving up 2 hits. And the 1-2 is down and inside, 2-2.
I want to ask a technical question, Jordan. Can you call it an outing if you didn't record an out?
Yes. He appeared in the game. I believe you can.
Okay.
Especially when you're giving up, when you have an impact on the game. 2-2 pitch to Tressler, swing, and it's fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Reminder, our trivia question that is floating out there is, since 2000, there have been plenty of really good division comebacks. Which was the best?
I would like to ask some follow-up questions.
You're more than welcome to, as the 2-2 home is high, and the count's full.
So the first one, is it just
the most games?
There's no deadline or anything like the most games trailed on this. Okay, so it's just the most games?
Yes.
Okay. I think that was the biggest question.
All right. Glad I could reassure you.
Absolutely.
The full count is an 82 mile an hour heater outside. A runner on. Tressler aboard for the 2nd consecutive plate appearance after reaching on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Evan Russell, selected to the CCL prospect game, is 0 for 3, and he steps in now with a runner on. 4-1 Arroyo Seco. They have 2 runs in the 4th and 2 in the 6th. The Oaks led 1-0 through 3 and have been held quiet since. The righty Matheson gears back and throws high on a heater, 1-0. When Reese Matheson's at his best, Zach, he is using that frame to his advantage. He's really stepping far with his left plant foot, with his windup and his delivery. And when he does that, he keeps the ball down in the zone. That ball ripped to left field. On the run, Pickett's, and he makes the running catch near the line. He throws back into the infield to his cutoff man, and there's one gone with a runner on. Nice play by Will Pickett's. He's playing left field today, even though he doesn't usually. And Will Pickett's, he's done a pretty solid job there in left field today, outside of that one poor throw he made. And he's stepping up for an Oaks team that needs outfield depth with Nico Lima still injured.
I think he plays well in the field. His arm, I think from left field is a little bit of a question. We saw that in play, but he plays really well in the field.
Now Drew Cowley, the lefty, takes low on 80. It's 1 ball, no strike. Thomas Lovano is on deck. Zach, feel free to answer your question or answer the question whenever you're ready to.
Okay, I'm deciding between 2 teams or two years. I'm trying to figure out which is more likely.
Tressler inches out from first, and the pitch is high and outside, 2-0. See some action in the Oaks bullpen. See how short Reese Matheson's leash is today. One thing I can tell you for sure about Reese Matheson is that He's aware of his struggles, and he is working to get out of them. He's a hard worker. Mostly keeps to himself, but he still has that pitcher's mentality, I think. And the 2-0 is high and away. 3-0. Arroyo Seco looks to be in pretty good position to snap their 3-game losing streak, Zach. It's been a struggle the past few days, last week or so. Arroyo outside, ball 4. And Matheson's walked his second batter this inning. Jacob Castro out to have a discussion with him, and here comes Coach Solis walking slowly from the dugout out to the pitching mound. All right, Zach, what's it going to be?
So I am torn between two teams, so I'm going to guess the most likely one, and then I'm going to throw the other one, just kind of a secondary one.
Sure.
I believe it was the Oakland Athletics in 2002, the year they went on the 20-game winning streak. They ended up winning 103 games, won the West. That is my guess. 2002 Oakland Athletics.
Wrong.
Which one is it? Was it the 2012 Oakland A's?
Correct. The 2012 Oakland Athletics.
Oh, that bugs me. That really bugs me.
13.
Oh, man.
I gave you an A's question.
And I guessed the A's.
And you got it wrong.
How close were they related? You said it was 12 or 13, and how close was the one in 2002?
2002, the fourth biggest comeback since 2000.
Man, that really bugs me. Oh, that's annoying.
The 2012 Athletics.
Sheesh.
2012 Athletics, 13 games back on June 30th, as that pitch is popped up inside the infield. Baldovino's under it, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 13 games back on June 30th. Team of Destiny started 8 games under 500 at the beginning of June. 19 wins in July, and they shot right back into contention.
And I believe they were also down 3 games heading into the final series against the Rangers. They swept them, ended up winning the AL West.
They trailed the Rangers by 5 games following a walk-off loss to Texas on the 24th of September. They then won the next 2 of 3 against the Rangers and swept the Mariners to sneak in. 2 on, 2 outs for Pete Durkay. And the kick in the pitch is swung on and fouled off left side. Out of play. 0-1. The second biggest deficit was 12.5 games for the 2006 Minnesota Twins. They warmed up in June, 19-7, after being 12.5 back at the end of May.
That's why I love baseball. You can never count a team out.
0-1, high and outside, 1-1, and it looks like Reese Matheson has found his way more and more in the zone. I think that Coach Solis' mound visit helped him calm his nerves a bit.
Definitely.
Now that 2002 A's team, still special, Zach. Very special. This was the Moneyball team.
Yep.
1-1, ripped high in the air to left field. Pickets, ranges, sizes it up, and corrals it for the third and final out. F-7, and Reese Matheson is through a scoreless 7. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left. Bottom 7. When we return, the Oaks will have Gomez, Odekirk, and Baldovino. When we come back, they're down 4-1 on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Ramon Gomez, bottom 7, leads off against Justin Kleinsorge. Kleinsorge replaced Riekman after his 5 innings of 1-run ball and struck out 2 in his first inning of work. And the first pitch is high on 88 to Gomez. Ramon is 0 for 1 with a walk today. That came in the 4th inning. And the 1-0. Swing, a fly ball to left field. Evan Russell makes the catch, 1 away. And again, when you hit a ball up in the air to left field, it's almost hard to think it's going to be anything but an out with that wind roaring out from the 375 sign in left center. And next up for the Oaks, Tyler Odekirk. First pitch to him, bunt shown, and he taps it foul. Odekirk 1 for 2 with a single to right field and a run scored in the 3rd. Strikeout swinging to Riekman in the 4th. That was Riekman's 2nd of 2 strikeouts. So 0-1 to Odekirk. 12-11, that's where the Saints sit. So we're through the halfway mark on the CCL. They put up an incredible amount of runs. Just incredible. 15 against the Oaks to cap it off. And the 1-2 is down and outside, 2-2. 18 the first 2 games, and they put up 10 more, 28 through 3, 33 through 4. And then after the 5th, they secured their 48th run in 5 games as Odekirk bangs a base hit to center for his 2nd knock today. And the Oaks' 5th hit. A runner on for Caneo for Gabe Baldovino. So 48 runs in 5 games. And then something turned. Played the Riptide on the 30th of June. Lost that game 10-5. And then they lost on the 3rd of July, 4-3 to the Blues. Ground ball to the left side. Picked nicely. Gonzalez to second for 1. Relay back to first. 5-4-3. An inning ender. And Justin Kleinsorge is through 2 innings of scoreless baseball. And the Saints, well, they look to be well on their way to breaking that 3-game skid with a win over Caneo, their 4th and 5th tries. Through 7, 4-1, Arroyo Seco. Odekirk single, erased by a double play on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Reese Matheson's day is done after a scoreless inning of work. Got himself into trouble after walking Tressler and Cowley, but recovered by getting a pop-up and a flyout to retire the side. Now it's Kyle Nichols' turn. And the sidewalk is a slider at 64 for a strike. Jason Gonzalez, the hitter, has reached base all 3 times today. He is 2 for 3, though, as he reached on an error by Baldovino in the second. An infield single and a double. 0-1, sinking heater, called a strike. 0-2. Kyle Nickel is 0-2 on the season. In 4 innings, he has a 4.5 ERA with a strikeout and a walk. He's given up 6 hits, though. Ahead 0-2 here to the righty. And winds and fires way outside on 66, floating away. 1-2. It's the 4th pitcher for the Oaks today. Jacob Flores got the nod. Was very solid in 4 1/3 innings of work. Gave up 4 hits, no earned runs. He did give up 2 runs, though, as the 1-2 misses high and away 2-2. Was not the benefactor of some good defense today. In fact, he was the opposite. Peyton Ebel took over and was touched up a bit in an inning and 2/3 of work. Gave up 2 runs. Both were earned. And now the 2-2 pitch. Slider high, and the count's full. Look at the party going on in the Arroyo Seco bullpen. That'll just tell you how many arms they have to work with. One of the deeper bullpens in the CCL. They're all just hanging out. Now the full count to Gonzalez, and he fouls off a sinker to stay alive. Jacob Wyeth on deck, followed by Nicholas Pagan. The Saints have only used 2 arms today after using 6 yesterday. Eli Riekman, 5 innings of 1-run ball, 4 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. And now the set and the full count pitch. Sinker, ground ball, diving stop Yamashiro, and he springs to his feet to tap first. Spectacular play by a guy who, by the looks of it, you wouldn't know is a natural third baseman.
He's played well at third, and he's played possibly even better at first. He's always good for a pick anytime he's reliable with a low throw, which he's seen a lot of, and he's made a couple of those plays recently, Jordan. Diving, getting dirty, unassisted. Another great play. He saved runs, and there he saved a hit.
Jacob Wyeth next. 0 for 3, 2 groundouts, and a flyout. Rips one to center. Ammons charges and lets it fall in front of him. A single, and Wyeth is 1 for 4 with a clean knock. Next up, Nicholas Pagan, the DH, who's 1 for 3 with a single to shortstop, ground out, and a strikeout. Justin Kleinsorge replaced Riekman after the 5th. Struck out 2 of the 3 batters he faced in the 6th and retired the side in order in the 7th after getting a 5-4-3 to erase a single by Odekirk with his double play. Pitch misses 1-0 to Pagan. The Oaks offense has gone quiet the last few days. 1-0. Pitch is chopped to the right side, right at Yamashiro. His only play is to tap first, and there's 2 gone. For Christian Scott, he's reached once on a base hit bunt in the 5th. He's also grounded out and flied out today. Scott digs in from the left side against the righty nickel. Yesterday, the Oaks were shut out for the first time this season, and it came against a non-CCL opponent, the Ventura County Pirates, who exploded on the Oaks. Fly ball to shallow left center. Ammons in, makes the catch for the 3rd and final out. And that'll do it here in the top of the 8th inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, a runner left. Bottom 8, and Yamashiro, Ammons Castro on the other side on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Ryan, the rally starter, Yamashiro. Well, maybe. We hope so. Oaks are down 4-1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Yamashiro is 0 for today. He also checked in with an RBI sac fly to center in the 3rd. And he's delivered the only RBI the Oaks have had today. Justin Kleinsorge back out. And the righty kicks and offers. Fastball for a strike at 84, elevated near the belt. 0-1. Oaks, they need something. They've come back in the 9th before. 0-1. Little fly ball, shallow left field. Out from short is Callie. But coming in and making the catch is Evan Russell. Fell to his feet, still hung on. And there's an out in the 8th. Great play by the left fielder.
The center fielder, number 1, Justin Ammons.
Justin Ammons, 0 for 3 today, is next up. We'll see if today's just one of those procrastinating days for the Oaks where they come alive in the 9th, or whether it truly is a down day for the offense. It's getting late quickly. And the first pitch to Ammons is taken at the knees for a called strike. Ammons, we like to call him Ammo on the broadcast, and well, throughout the Caneo Oaks organization. He's really cooled off since his electric start to the summer. 0-1 turns to 0-2, fastball at the knees. And now the set, the 0-2, high and away. We first saw Justin Ammons against the Orange County Riptide. And in his first game of the summer, he dazzled. 2 for 4, a double and a single. He's hitting .500 as the 1-2 is low and inside. The next day, Ammo made even more of an impression against the Riptide. This was down in Orange County. In that game, he went 3 for 4 with 3 runs, 2 singles and a double, and also walked. And was hitting well above .500. 2-2, Ammons grounds it foul. Doubled the next day. We're still waiting for that coveted first home run. We know he has some power in the tank. Hit home runs at Tennessee and the SEC. And the 2-2 home. Breaking ball. Just a bit outside.
And that's the interesting thing. Some guys like Ryan Yamashiro do better with the wood bats, and he's mentioned that do better with higher velocity as well. And some guys do better with the aluminum bats, maybe hit curveballs better, something like that. Ammons may be better with the aluminum bats.
Payoff pitch. Ammons swings and lifts it to center. Medium deep, actually shallow. Christian Scott charges, makes the catch, and does a little bit of a football hike to Evan Russell, who is right behind him to back up the play. Jacob Castro, 0 for 3. And just to be exact, Ammons has 8 career collegiate home runs, 3 of which came this past year, in which he had 254 with 19 ribbies. Meeting on the mound. And replacing Kleinsorge, well, we'll get you that name when we return. Kleinsorge was terrific in 2 2/3 scoreless innings. He gave up a hit, and we'll be right back with the bases empty for Castro on the Caneo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Isaiah Ramos replaces Justin Kleinsorge, who went 2 2/3 scoreless innings, gave up a hit and struck out 2. Pickett and Holbrook, the ones who struck out. And now the lefty Isaiah Ramos against the lefty Jacob Castro. And his first pitch is at the knees and on the corner at 89. A nasty pitch from the new pitcher. Ramos has been terrific this year. And now a fly ball to right center. This one deep. Scott looks up, and that ball is brought in for the final out of the frame. Ramos, more of a lefty specialist. I kind of misspoke. 3 2/3 with a 12.27 ERA with 3 strikeouts. His biggest downside, 6 walks on the summer. But there, he comes in and does his job as Castro flies out to right center. We're through 8 full. 4-1, Arroyo Seco. And back out for more work is, actually, that's going to be Clay Rickerman on the mound for the Oaks. We'll return in a moment on the Conejo Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Top of the 9th inning, the Oaks will go to their closer, Clay Rickerman, who is 1-1 on the summer with 3 saves, a 4.29 ERA. He has 11 strikeouts to 4 walks and has gone 14 2/3 innings. And he's been particularly impressive recently. His first challenge is Nolan Tressler, who takes outside 1-0. Tressler is 0 for 3 with a walk today. Walk came his last time up in the 7th. Clay Rickerman, the righty from Cal Lutheran, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Off speed in there for a strike, 1-1. Last saw Rickerman on June 30th against the San Luis Obispo Blues. Closed out the Oaks 5-4 win in that one. And the 1-1 in there for a strike. Before that, he got the win in 2 innings of scoreless baseball against the Academy Barons on the 28th in Compton, as the 1-2 is high and away, 2-2. And before that, he won an inning scoreless against the Blues. The scoreless streak actually goes back 4 appearances, back to the 22nd against the Foresters. And he gets Tressler swinging on a strikeout. His first K of the game and the Oaks' 5th of the ball game. Evan Russell next, the left fielder, who hits from the right side of the plate. Russell's 0 for 4 with 3 flyouts. If you're looking for how many innings the scoreless streak has gone, the answer is 5, as a breaking ball drops low 1-0. Dates back all the way to the 22nd, a game where he got touched up by, pardon me, it goes back to the 19th, not the 22nd, as the 1-0 is fouled off. On the 19th, the Riptide touched him up a bit. Gave up 4 earned runs in that one in an inning and a third. And the 1-1 is chopped. Backhand stop at third. Odekirk on a bounce to Yamashiro at first. In time for out number 2. What a play.
That was great defense on both sides. In the hot corner, good reaction. That's a long throw, and Yamashiro off the bounce with a great pick. It's a good 5-3 connection.
Certainly is. And the final hope is Drew Galley, who is 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen bag, both in the first, as he takes a changeup for a strike. Also walked in the 7th inning. Top of the 9th, the Oaks trying to keep it at a 3-run game. We'll see who Aaron Milam goes to for the save opportunity. The 0-1 is low, a ball and a strike. One thing is for sure, he's going to have some options, Zach. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. See Marshall Denton, I believe. No, Chris Torres doing some stretching in the Oaks bullpen. Now set and the 1-2. Change up laid off, down and away, 2-2. Join us tomorrow for our doubleheader on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. 1 o'clock, the first pitch against the Riptide. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. The second strikeout for Rickerman. And he retires the side in order against the Arroyo Seco Saints. Next game will be at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Bottom 9, when we return, the Oaks need 3 to tie, 4 to win on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Pickett.
Bottom of the 9th inning, the Oaks have Will Pickett's, Bailey Holbrook, and Raul Sandoval up in order. Pickett's is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a stolen bag, and he'll go up against Zach Griggs, going for his first save opportunity of the summer, replacing Isaiah Ramos after a scoreless inning of work. And now the set from the right. He kicks and offers. Bunt shown. Strike one. 92 outside. Zach Griggs, his numbers don't look great. In 6 1/3, he has a 7.11 ERA. But most of those earned runs came in one outing. The 0-1 is high, 1-1. That came against the Ventura County Pirates, who the Oaks saw yesterday. Griggs gave up 4 earned runs in 2 innings there. Other than that, he gave up a run in an inning on the 27th against the Barons. He's been perfect other than that. 1-1 is a breaking ball for a strike. The Oaks saw him on the 29th of June. It was a shaky performance in that game. Gave up 3 walks, but struck out the side in an inning of work. And the 1-2 lifted shallow left field. Evan Russell is called off by Drew Cowley. And it looks like it's going to be Russell who makes the catch for the first out. Here's Bailey Holbrook. His job here is to get on base in any way he can. He's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout and 2 flyouts. Raul Sandoval on deck for Canal. In danger of losing their 4th in a row. Wide open stance for Holbrook. Struck out swinging in the 6th. And Griggs' delivery is a slider for a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 to Holbrook. Swinging a grounder right side foul. Griggs out of the University of Texas at San Antonio. The Roadrunners. 6'4", 225. And he looks all of it. Oh, 2 to Holbrook. Outfield and infield playing pretty straight away. And the pitch is called strike 3 at the knees. Got him with a fastball. And the Oaks have 1 out to work with. And it'll be up to Raul Sandoval. Nasty pitch from Griggs.
You know, I like to say, Jordan, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. 92.
Framed well as well by Jacob Wyeth. And the Saints are looking to break their own 3-game skid. And the first pitch, lined to shortstop. Coming in and making the catch is Cowley to secure a 4-1 victory for the Saints. They've been scuffling the past few days, but they get a win here in Thousand Oaks. They move to 12-11 in the CCL, 13-11 overall. The Oaks, they dropped their 4th straight game. They move to 9-16 overall, 7-15 in the CCL, and another tough finish for the Caneo Oaks. They'll have a chance to recover, though, tomorrow. 2 games at Sparky Anderson, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock start against the Orange County Riptide.
It's going to be a big 2-day stretch, and they're scuffling going into it. One thing I've noticed, Jordan, is they have really struggled offensively without Nico Lima, the big bat in the middle of the order, the last couple days. They had been on a little bit of a run last week. Even in the loss against the Saints, 10 runs. They got enough to win against the Blues, but the last couple days, no runs yesterday, a run today, I believe 6 against the Barons. And
of those 6 runs, Zach, 4 came in the 7th and 8th innings.
And then the day before against the Foresters, Nico Lima went out. They scored 4 runs. 2 came in the 9th. This team needs their big bat, and they had already lost Kevin Graham, who was expected to be one of those bats in the middle of the order. Only 1 run today, and you talk about, once again, defensively, 3 errors, 2 by Gabe Baldovino. And this has been the formula, and it's a tough formula, another tough pill for them to swallow, but they have to lock in, again, missing a complete game. Good pitching performance, but you can't win with the errors.
1 run in the last 19 innings for the Caneo Oaks. That tells you the whole story. Good performance by the pitching staff today, especially Reese Matheson, Kyle Nickel, and Clay Rickerman ending the game with 3 scoreless innings, giving the offense a chance. Jacob Flores solid in 4 1/3, and Peyton Ebel able to limit damage in an inning and 2/3 of 2-run ball. Back tomorrow, the Oaks, it could be one of the most pivotal days of the year tomorrow if they really want to make a push for the postseason. But we sign off until then. For everybody who made this broadcast possible, the Oaks and Coach Solis, the entire intern crew, Emily Hilsinger back with us today after feeling under the weather the last couple days. She was on production, and my broadcasting partner in crime, Zach Engberg. I'm Jordan Brunner signing off. The Oaks dropped this one 4-1. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.